The following is an ESG Lab video.
Welcome to this ESG Lab video summary. Over the next few minutes, I'll be reviewing the results from a recently completed ESG Lab review of NetApp Solutions for Hadoop. Organizations are increasingly leveraging distributed open source application frameworks such as Hadoop as the foundation for their big data and software-defined data center initiatives. ESG research reveals that software-defined data center and data analytics initiatives are among the top priorities for CIOs, trailing only information security in ranking. With NetApp Solutions for Hadoop, SAS-attached NetApp E-Series storage replaces traditional direct-attached internal hard drives within a Hadoop cluster, and the storage components are completely transparent to Hadoop. The architecture uses a building block design that decouples compute and storage layers to provide granular, near-linear scalability that's ideal for big data applications. In ESG Lab testing, we scaled a cluster from 4 compute nodes and 1 E-Series storage array to 8 nodes and 2 E-Series arrays. Using the Hadoop TerraGen and TerraSort utility, we actually observed a reduction in job completion times as we doubled the size of the dataset and the size of the cluster. By default, Hadoop makes 3 copies of data for data protection. Because the NetApp E-Series uses hardware RAID for data protection, Hadoop can be configured for only 2 copies of data. This reduces storage capacity requirements and cuts out a third of the network and compute load, improving overall throughput and performance. We observed that job completion times for a traditional Hadoop cluster doubled when a drive failed. This is because Hadoop must dedicate compute and network resources to recovering from drive failures. With NetApp E-Series with hardware RAID, drive failures are invisible to Hadoop, and we observe virtually identical performance between a healthy cluster and a cluster with a drive failure. In addition to traditional hardware RAID, NetApp E-Series can protect data with dynamic disk pools, known as DDP. DDP aggregates all drives in the E-Series storage system into a single storage pool, increasing performance of healthy systems and reducing the performance impact while recovering from disk failures. As we expanded the number of drives used by DDP, the throughput of each node increased. With 180 drives, we observed a 6.8x performance improvement over RAID. Both Hadoop and NetApp E-Series support storage tiering with solid-state storage. Using the TerraGen utility, which emulates write-heavy data ingestion operations, we observe virtually identical performance between a 4-node cluster using 24 SSDs and an 8-node cluster using 48 SAS drives. Using the TerraSort utility, which emulates compute-heavy data analytics, we observed almost 40% better performance with the smaller SSD cluster as compared to the larger SAS cluster. ESG Lab is pleased to report that NetApp has embraced the open-source Hadoop model and is working with major distributors to support open-source Hadoop software running on industry-standard servers. Using SAS direct-connected NetApp E5660 arrays with hardware-protected RAID, the NetApp solution improves scalability, increases throughput and performance, and offers a highly resilient Hadoop deployment, with minimal impact to Hadoop jobs during hardware failures or cluster rebalance activities, all while increasing efficiency by reducing network and storage overhead compared with typical internal hard drive Hadoop deployments. ESG Lab found that NetApp Solutions for Hadoop can be deployed to accelerate insights and profitability for the business, reaping the benefits of an open framework with better performance and less risk while saving time and money. If you'd like to learn more, you can download the full ESG Lab review from the website.